So fun. That was so weird. Wasn't it? Just random.
Welcome to Hockey Nights in Vegas, presented by Dr. John Pierce at Ageless Forever, www.agelessforever.net, 702-838-1994. It's the number if you call and you want to make an appointment. Tell the girls that you found them on the Hockey Nights in Vegas podcast. It's going to be a long episode, I promise. And your first appointment is free. And if he makes me look this good at 61, what can he do for you? My name is Eddie Rivkin. I'm joined by Canadian supermodel Sarina Taylor.
That's a new one.
Well, you have some Canada garb on.
I always do.
I know.
My hat was giving me a headache, actually, to be honest. So I had to do a wardrobe change with my hair.
So we've got a ticket giveaway. You want to do it now? You want to do it after the commercial? When do you want to do it?
Let's do it after the commercial.
After the commercial.
Yeah,
Okay. We've got props today.
We got to make these fuckers watch us for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking get off the hook right away. Good, I'm out.
Well, let's see. We're 3 games after the All-Star break. Not the All-Star break, the Olympic break. The Golden Knights are a whopping 28, 18, and 14. They have 70 points. How the fuck are they still leading the division? I'll tell you how. They're 1 up on Anaheim, but Anaheim has a game in hand. They're 3 up on Seattle. I don't know. Edmonton is +8 goal differential. You know what Vegas is?
Oh, God. No, I have no idea.
+9.
Oh, okay.
The superpowers of the Pacific are not playing well, right?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I wouldn't say that Vegas has a legitimate goal scorer that you can really hang that on. Edmonton, yes. They've got 2 guys that should be putting the puck in the net more. You can't really take that away from McDavid because the guy's got like 100 fucking points. He's ridiculous.
They have 22 games to go.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Utah is the first wild card in the West. And Edmonton is the second wild card in the West. Which means if things were to stay chalk, Colorado would get Edmonton in the first round. And Vegas would get Utah. This is mind-boggling to me.
I mean, we could, I don't know one person who actually agrees with the way the playoff format is set up right now.
I'm a 1-8 guy.
Yeah. So I was talking to my dad about this the other day because him and I know everything and we know how to fix all the problems, right? So we were fixing the problems the other day, just like you and I like to do, But basically, here's my argument. I'm pretty sure I've said this on here before. You should be contending for a playoff spot against the teams you play the most, not the teams you don't. So, for example, let's say 2 teams in 2 different conferences play each other home and home, but teams in the same division only play each other 3 times. So Edmonton and Vegas play 3 times, right?
I thought it was 4 in the division, 3 against the other team, the other division in the conference, and 2 against the other conference. 4 against the Pacific, 3 against the Central.
Sorry. Hold on. Let me rewind that. In the conference. So you're battling for teams in the conference that you play less against. So teams in your conference, like the Western and Eastern Conference. Vegas plays some teams in the Western Conference 3 times and some 4 times.
Right.
So why should everybody be put in the same pool of determining who plays who? It should be back the way it was back in the old day, instead of I almost said a really derogatory word. Now we've got the Metropolitan and the Pacific, which are terrible. Oh man, some stuff is about to come out of my mouth. But back in the day when it was the Smythe division, Edmonton and Calgary played each other 8 times because they were in the same division. Blah, blah, blah. You had to win your division to get out of your division. Just like in baseball, you have to win to get out. Why isn't it like that? If you're going to put 9 million teams in the NHL, you have got to figure out a better playoff process.
Half the teams in the NHL make the playoffs, Sarina.
Which means
what means it's diluted.
Which means half the teams don't.
Right. But the playoffs I'll wear the owner's hat for a second. The owners, the playoffs is when they make their money. The regular season is sort of a push. The deeper they go in the playoffs is when it's sort of the whipped cream on top of the sundae. I agree with you. I think it's terrible. I think it should be 1-8 both sides, and they should reseed after every round so the best team in the conference has the easiest path home.
Well, it's like they do in every other tournament. Like, for example, the World Juniors. Everybody gets reseeded. You play just like at the Olympics. Everyone, after each round of playoffs, you get reseeded. If this team wins, then this team plays this team. But if this team wins, right? And it's ridiculous to me because look at baseball. Baseball is extreme. Most teams don't make the playoffs and whatever. You have to win your division, whatever, that kind of thing. So if baseball can do something like that, like I understand hockey, it's where but that's not a valid argument if half the teams don't make the playoffs. 16 teams are not making the playoffs. That's absurd. Back in the day, if there was 5 teams in a division, the top 4 were in the playoffs. 1v4, 2v3. The winners play, the winners go. It's not that complicated, right?
It is for your friend Gary Bettman.
Everything's complicated for him. Tying his fucking shoes every day is probably complicated for him. Let me figure out a way to tie my shoes without doing the bunny ear because that's been working for 500 years, but I'm going to figure out a way and get everybody to get on board with it. Don't do the bunny ear in the loop. Do something different.
Velcro.
Literally, yeah. He's the old man Velcro shoe of human beings.
So I don't know how I followed that up. I know how I'll follow it up.
So fucked.
Let's talk about the Vegas Golden Knights' performance since returning from the Olympic break. I think it was very disrespectful that the media was saying that the JV team beat the Kings their first game back. Guys are still professional hockey players. But it was a Henderson lineup. There's no other way to put it.
Listen, I think we can all agree that lately we've seen the better team not win the game. So, yes, it was a lineup of like, what? But I was like, it's one game. Anybody can win one game. I mean,
and they played good.
And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to our guys.
Right.
Yeah.
The kids, they were expected to show up, and they showed up, and they got a very important interdivisional 2 points. I got nothing really to say other than I was pretty impressed. Listen, Los Angeles gave up 6. Then they gave up a touchdown and a 2-point conversion the next night to Edmonton. They finally got around to firing Hiller, and they hired that retread J.D. Smith. He was in Ottawa for a while, I think.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm really okay with the LA game. Now, the issue is the Washington game and the Pittsburgh game. And Bruce was
honest.
He basically said they didn't show up. Right? In Detroit, Todd McClellan said we've got a lot of guys that are just jerseys out there.
That's another good Saskatchewan boy right there. Not fucking around.
Right. He's like, yeah, these guys are showing up, but we got a whole bunch of jerseys out there. And if you don't know what that means, it means not everybody's doing their fucking job.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, he got incredible kudos across because it's the brilliance of the chirp.
Yeah, it's
right?
true though.
But Bruce, and there are rumors that Bruce lost his gig in Boston because he was really rough on the players, right? And DeBrusque, I think, was the one who came out and pouted a little bit and then ended up getting traded to Vancouver. So enjoy Vancouver. How are they doing this year? But, Bruce was fucking brutal, right? And we can tell. Sometimes Bruce comes in and you can tell he don't want to be there, so we kind of 3 questions and see you later. Bruce wanted to stand there on the pedestal and let it fucking rip. And he did. And I got to tell you, I haven't seen them play that badly back to back since we met. when you came in and it was Edmonton and Winnipeg and Edmonton back to back.
Yep, they were terrible.
Remember
Yeah,
when
I
we
do remember
met?
that.
Right? You told me
Yeah.
you got a very special text message from somebody that apologized for their performance. Don't say who. Right? But didn't you tell me that?
Yes.
Right?
Sorry it wasn't better. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I mean, we watch a lot of hockey. I don't remember them embarrassing the Crest like that since the week that we met. That was in like March of last year, I think, toward the end of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, dare I say, did Bruce maybe lose the room? Or is he losing the room? Or are the All-Star, did the Olympians, I keep saying fucking All-Stars, did the Olympians, maybe they just out of gas? I mean, what do you make of arguably the two worst performances we've seen from the Golden Knights in almost a year?
I can't answer it educationally. I have no idea, right? But if I had to guess.
But you know everything, you and your dad.
Well, I mean, we do, yeah, but we're not in the locker room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not in the dressing room with Bruce. I think that if Bruce lost the dressing room, it's not his fault because nothing was wrong 3 weeks ago. Everything was fine. And all the guys that didn't go to the Olympics, look at Bonesy scored the other night. He's got 8 goals this year.
Lazinski had 3 assists. First time in his career, 3 points in an NHL game.
Yeah.
Right?
So if they're, and those guys are just grateful to be there, grateful to play. Not Bonesy, he's up here, but Lazinski, Kai Uchaz was up. And it's like they're just working their balls off, just like they do down in Henderson. They don't miss a stride when they play down there. It's the same thing. They're just trying to make. My dad always goes, it's money. Once they get them big contracts, there is something to be said about that because it is a business. It's much more of a business at this level than it is in the AHL. To the players.
So Dr. Taylor, I mean, they have, I don't want to get into it. We're going to talk about their upcoming 5 games. Would you believe me if I told you that the Golden Knights have lost 12 games in a row this season against playoff teams?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at the loser point that they've gotten too. I mean, it's fucking brutal.
But they're not beating the teams that they're going to, in theory, if they make the playoffs, go to the dance with. We've always speculated they can turn it on when the playoffs come, and it's a different kind of hockey game. And it is a different kind of hockey game. We acknowledge that. But this team is swimming around the ocean with a blindfold on. They have no direction. They had I think the first 4 or 5 minutes against Pittsburgh, they were pretty good. And then Pittsburgh scored, and it looked like the sky was falling. They were like, oh shit, not this again. We can't be down again. We had a good 5 minutes. We didn't score. But then they had a bad 55 minutes, and that's a problem. And I don't know. They only got 22 games left, right? And a bunch of tough games. They got a fuckboat of tough games. They could go from first in the division to out of the playoffs by the end of the homestand. If they
mathematically.
Yeah. If they take a shit the next 10 days, they're going to be out of the playoff picture. My issue is I haven't seen one thing from them that indicates they know what direction to go to get out of it. Do you know what I mean?
I do. The whole season has been discombobulated.
Yeah. It started with injuries in the second game of the year when Hannafin missed 15 games, and then Carlson.
It's everything. And let's be fair, it goes back to last year. You could see that those 2 games we were talking about, Edmonton and Winnipeg, you could see it. And all of a sudden, it never really got a ton better. It was there was some hope here and there, but
never got untracked.
Yeah, like when you look at the whole thing, they have the right players. They have the right coach. They've got the right captain. They've got the right everything. But it's just not. My dad was watching. He doesn't get to watch a lot of Golden Knights games because he doesn't have the access to it. We're not getting into how we're going to help Phil navigate through it's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not. Oh, side note, and he'll probably watch this. So the other day, he wanted to watch our podcast. So I sent him the link, and he'll have his laptop open, but he has a flip phone. He doesn't have an iPhone. So I sent him the link privately on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
While we were talking, I'm like, do you see the little red notification with the number 1 that just came up? Yup. Okay, click on that. So he clicks, oh, there it is. So he doesn't know that there's a picture, right? He doesn't know there's a link underneath. I'm like, okay, but you've watched every podcast. How do you not know how to do this, right? So you go, and he's probably just pissing himself right now watching this. He clicks the link, and then you know how they sometimes show an ad and you can skip the ad? Well, he knows how to skip the ad. But I don't know what happened. What he clicked on, some fucking Willie Nelson video came up. So all I could hear was Willie Nelson in the background. And I'm like, he's like, what the fuck did I do here? I'm like, he couldn't get back. So we had to walk through going back into, now he couldn't find the message again. He couldn't find where to go to his messages. Anyway, we figured, so he's sitting there watching it while I'm on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I was there. Can I go? Like, but anyway, he doesn't get to watch a lot of the games live, but he said, he goes, man, they just couldn't get anything going the other night. And I think that is the theme of every game pretty much this year. They just can't get anything going. It's the best way to describe it, right?
I mean, it's a number of symptoms. That's one of them. Falling behind is one of them. Chasing the game into the third period is one of them. I mean, if you're a doctor, there's a lot of things that you have to treat this team for. And my level of concern now has gone up significantly because the Americans came off the high of winning a gold medal and performed like shit. And the Canadians came off the disappointment of losing the gold medal game and winning the silver, and they played like shit. The only thing that those two sentences have in common is they played like shit. Inexcusably, they played like shit. They've been back for a week and change now, right? I don't know. On a scale of 1 to 10, where's your concern? 22 games to go.
It's, if I look at the whole picture,
yeah.
Let's
forget the division. Just talk about the Golden Knights.
Well, this is what I'm trying to get at, because even if they do make the playoffs, it's going to take some miracle of God for them to perform to their abilities. That's how I'll word it. I feel like they have a great team. They have a really good team. It's just, look at the players that are here. There's guys that have won. They have guys that know how to win.
There's cups in the room.
Yeah, there's cups. There's everything going all the way back down to, midget hockey kind of thing. So they have the ability to win. They have the talent. They have all the things. But if you go back to saying, if you're a doctor, you got to figure out what the base problem is. So if I have a client that can't lose weight, what's the problem? You need to go get some blood work done, because we need to figure out if your hormones are out of whack. That's the number one thing. I can't sit and go, well, just eat less food and you're going to lose weight. It's deeper than that, right? So it's like, yeah, if the player, we got to, Carter Hart's, I don't know if he's coming back or not. Let's assume no. Let's assume Carlson's not coming back. That's a big jump. So every week.
Howden too.
Right. Every week, Bruce is like, well, fuck, now what am I going to do? Now I got to figure this out. Now I got to put Mitch at center. Now I have to do all these things. And it's just, I don't feel like life is not fair, but I really don't feel like Bruce has had a fair kick at the can this year. It's just everything's got thrown at him. And that's the way it goes, but.
It's hockey.
Yeah.
Right?
It's bad here, though.
It is bad, right?
It's bad.
I mean, we can't sugarcoat it or act like we're oblivious to what's going on around us. We watch all the games. This is a troubled time, and this is a troubled franchise.
I don't like to use the injury excuse.
But it's real.
But here, this whole year has just been a shitstorm for that here. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it.
2 years ago, when they didn't make the playoffs for the one season, or 2 years ago when they made the playoffs against Dallas and they lost in 7. Game 1 of that series was the first time that lineup played together the entire year.
Yeah, it's
because
wild.
of injury. That's wild. The season is, 6.5 months long?
Well,
something like that.
Here's part of the problem. You have players playing too much. Guys are playing, they're going to have to expand the amount of games. They keep adding teams. They keep expanding the amount of games. Then they throw a 2-week fucking whatever in the middle of the season. Then guys are playing till the end of June in the Stanley Cup final, and training camp starts at the start of September. Are you kidding me? No wonder guys are hurt. And they're traveling. They're playing 16 games in 31 days or whatever it is.
25 and 50.
Yeah. And they have to get 4 days off a month.
Right. Mandated.
Yeah. So now what do we do? Well, if you fly in past 2 a.m., that's considered a work day. So if your plane lands at 2:30 in the morning on a Monday, that whole Monday is considered a work day.
You may as well practice.
Which is what happens. Because they have to.
This team has to practice, that's for sure.
Well, every team is skating on game days, and it's wild.
All right, enough of this sadness. Oh, but answer the question. 1 to 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. How concerned am I? If you look at the whole what's going to happen by the end of this season, when the whole 2026 Stanley Cup is all wrapped up, I mean, 8 or 9 out of 10. But only one team can win the Stanley Cup. So
okay, but shrink it down to the last 20 games. And do you think the Golden Knights are going to make the playoffs? Do you think they're going to win the division?
I don't know about that, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you win the division or not. I mean, it matters, obviously.
It matters a lot more in the Central than it does in the Pacific.
But it's like, sure, you get whatever home ice, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, you got to win. You got to win no matter where you place. It doesn't, it's like the President's Trophy curse. It's like, it doesn't matter. You just got to win when it counts.
All right, I'm tired. Let's take a break. We'll get a word in from Dr. John Pierce, and then we'll get into the really weird stuff because, boy, do I got a list for you.
Oh, my God, you flipped the page.
Oh, no, that's the last topic. We'll be right back after a word from Dr. John Pierce. I'm back with my good friend, Dr. John Pierce, and I want to talk about healing. I had rotator cuff surgery in May. I started a regimen of peptides, things that help enhance and speed up the healing process for recovery. If you don't know what peptides are, you're about to get a short, quick understanding of them and how important it could be for you if you got an upcoming surgery. Let her rip.
So, we use peptides here that are approved coming from U.S. Licensed pharmacies. And be careful because there's a lot of stuff out on the gray market. That's the stuff you can order on the internet and you don't know exactly what you're getting. However, what do peptides do? Well, peptides do a lot of different things depending on what we're looking to do. Now we're going to talk about a couple peptides that decrease inflammation and upregulate healing. And that is unlike taking an anti-inflammatory medication or a corticosteroid, which decrease inflammation and downregulate healing. So that tissue that you just got repaired, or if you just injured, you want it to heal and you don't want to make it more prone to further injury. This is where the peptides come in because they decrease the amount of inflammatory, they're called cytokines produced by the cells, and they upregulate growth hormone receptors in the connective tissue, thus allowing better healing. So we get the best of both worlds. If you've got an injury and you want to get back quicker, peptides can help. If you're suffering from chronic issues like osteoarthritis, peptides actually can help that as well. If you have orthopedic surgery or any type of surgery that's planned and you can prepare before and after surgery, your healing time will be better.
This is really important, folks. We're all getting older. We're not healing the way we used to heal. I know for a fact that the regimen of peptides that I take improved my healing and also shortened the time that it's taken me to get better. Pick up the phone, call Ageless Forever, tell the girls that you found the practice through the Hockey Nights in Vegas podcast. Your first consultation with Dr. Pierce is free. Don't you want to get better faster? It's pretty much it.
Yeah, okay, I'll have some water. You have Arrowhead? It's the best. What do you mean fucking Canadians? Arrowhead's a California product. What has that got to do with it?
American water? What the fuck?
It's California.
Like Arrowhead.
Yeah, I remember when I moved to Florida, like I would just go into the thing looking for Arrowhead water because that's all you buy in California. Really. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess there is no Arrowhead here. Ooh, since 1894. It's like a bottle of Molson Canadian since 1786.
I wonder if the bloopers are going to make it into this episode.
Just leave that one in.
Because Bjorn, I don't think Sarina knows that part of her rant made it into the last episode. I don't think so.
What was I popping off about last time?
What we were talking about on the break, where you just sort of spun out a little bit on, I can't remember what.
Oh fuck! I crash out about a lot of shit. I don't know. It doesn't narrow it down.
He left it in.
Did you?
Because Jason in red there goes, oh, a vintage minute of Supreme.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Jason from Red Deer. Fuck it.
All right, we're back. I've got props. Thank you to all of you who commented tickets. None of you fucking shared it, so you suck at that part of it. But hey, there was lots of comments, and I did like, and I engaged with some people, and I said nice things to some people, and I said bad things to some people.
Stupid people?
Yeah. I got to smacking.
God, there are some stupid fucking people out there.
Yeah, there is.
Here's a good one. Just before we do this, I saw some fucking dummy comment the other day. Fucking woman, of course. The Golden Knights need to sign a mock contract for Hillary Knight. I'm like, first of all, you didn't even know who the fuck Hillary Knight was before a month ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, and second of all, are you fucking retarded? Come on. Guys, who says stupid shit like that? You shouldn't be watching hockey if you're that dumb. Okay.
So you win 2 tickets. You win lunch at the El Dorado Cantina. Oh, we had one guy fall out of the hat. Lunch at the El Dorado Cantina. We might take a trip next door to Sapphire for a little lap dance kind of thing.
Or we'll just bring it in.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there. But thank you to everybody who listens. We're approaching 500 subscribers.
Hey.
Right?
Yeah.
Not bad. So you shake the hat, and I'm going to pick the winner.
Okay. All right.
Shake it.
I'm just... Baby Bjorn wants to join
Bjorn?
us.
Do you are you on the mic, Bjorn? We need to get you a mic.
Bjorn just said he wants to go to Sapphire, which is the strip joint.
It's attached to the El Dorado Cantina.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the food. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about our winners. Close your eyes and pick. Okay.
And the winner is...
For 2 tickets and dinner and the strippers.
The handle on YouTube is Orenda Jotoro. I better put it up there. So can you see your name, Orenda Jotoro?
Bjorn, you're going to have to zoom in here. Here, we can walk it over there.
Got it? Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations, Orenda. I don't know if you're a man or a woman. I don't know if you live in Las Vegas, but you commented tickets a few times and you won the fucking prize. Not bad, right?
Yeah.
We'll send you a message on YouTube. You'll send us your contact information. Hopefully you're in Vegas and you can come to the game.
If not, we're going to pick a new one. Let us know ASAP.
I think maybe, have you ever watched a beauty contest like Miss America or Miss Universe? Yeah. And they go, if Miss Universe is unable to fulfill her duties, the first runner-up will be promoted. What do you think? Should we pick a first runner-up?
No, we will if we have to. So if this person doesn't reply, we'll just pick a different one. So we're going to keep this.
Okay. All right,
yeah, I just don't want to get somebody's hopes up and whatever. Let's just wait.
Okay.
Okay. That's a pretty nice hat.
Yeah, Stanley Cup champs.
I like the gray.
Yeah. Right. Trade deadline's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Golden Knights have needs. We've established that.
I mean, yeah, but like, listen, somebody was asking me the other day about that. And obviously, yes, they have needs. That's the best way to put it. But Kelly's pretty smart. He can usually figure some things out to get guys like Rasmus Anderson. But this is going to be a little tricky because there's not a lot to give up right now.
Well, you know what's worse than not a lot to give up? I printed out the trade board that the supposedly talking heads, the top 50 playoff or trading deadline targets are. Prepared to be underwhelmed.
Listen, it doesn't. Nothing ever comes to fruition anyway.
I'm just going to skip around. And I don't want to read all 50 of these
no.
because you'd fucking fall asleep. Vincent Trocheck, Nassim Kadri, Robert Thomas and Justin Falk of St. Louis. Tyler Myers of Vancouver is 5. Blake Coleman of Calgary. Andrew Mangiapane, but I think they put him on waivers already. Didn't they waive him a couple of days
I don't
ago?
remember. I don't know.
Evander Kane, OEL.
Fuck. OEL's a suitcase, man.
Elias Patterson, Dougie Hamilton, Scott Laughlin, Michael Bunting, Patrick Laine. Are you falling asleep yet? Because I fell asleep editing it so this fit on 2 pieces of paper.
Well,
I mean, Danny Webster picked 4 targets out. Picked like Evan Rodriguez, and he picked Bunting, and this is trash compactor material.
yeah.
I mean, with the onset of the salary cap going up, and the upper echelon players taking the big long deal with all the dough, they have left quite a bit of garbage for Kelly to pick through. Which leads me to my point where if I was going to gamble, if he makes a move, it's going to be nobody on this list. It's going to be a semi-home run or a double off the fence, and because there's not much here. I mean, you can have a peek at it.
Well,
it's awful.
A lot of these guys are Calgary Flames, right? So
Yeah, there's 3 or 4.
Calgary, they're all, even the fans are talking about wanting to tank. They want the number 1 pick. They want fucking, what's his name? The bruiser, Gavin McKenna. But I don't know. I mean, Calgary would probably be a seller, I think, right now, just because they don't, what are they? They're not going to win shit.
No. I kind of like Blake Coleman.
Well, Blake Coleman's always consistent, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he would be a good addition to any team.
He could be a 3C that could potentially get Mitch back on the wing.
Yeah,
assuming that Carlson doesn't come back.
I mean, here we got Stamkos on this list. Jeez, fucking Christ.
$8 million.
Yeah, Stamkos ain't going anywhere.
No, he's got 32 goals now.
Kadri might. Trocheck, who gives a fuck? He is.
He right now is the hottest thing going in the market. Minnesota, Billy Guerin's all fucking hot and bothered with him. Detroit's in on him.
Good luck. Have fun. Have fucking fun with that guy. Secondly, Bill Guerin, I don't know if he thinks he's going to have a chance at winning the Stanley Cup, but there is no chance Minnesota is doing shit. They're not. We already talked about this with the Hughes kid that they picked up. He's not going to make a change. He's not going to make a difference.
So I did hear a couple of interesting things. I think Toronto, they might not do it before the deadline. Toronto's going to trade Austin Matthews.
I don't know. I don't know what they will do because that's a long salary that.
No, it's not that long.
How much time is left in his contract?
He signed that mini bridge 4-year deal.
Oh.
He didn't sign. He hasn't signed a long one yet.
I think Austin Matthews is the kind of guy that is going to do better in a place where people don't give a shit. Like you brought up Evan Rodriguez. He's a nobody that plays pretty well in Florida. He's not going to be the same guy on a Canadian. He's a Canadian, but Austin Matthews, there's way too much pressure in Toronto for him. He's not a terrible hockey player. People rag on him. He's a good hockey player.
You don't get 69 goals in the NHL by being
Sure, yeah, but okay, all right. Yes, but like we're looking at guys like fucking what's his nuts? Reinhart got 60 goals. Like it's a fucking fluke.
Right.
Come on. So like Austin Matthews is a talented player, and I just think that he would do a lot better
without the light on him.
Well, anywhere, like in the U.S., I think he would thrive a little bit more because people just don't give a fuck. You know, he could like somewhere like L.A. or something. He would be.
Detroit is actually rumored.
Well, yeah, but Detroit can't fucking have everybody. Like
they don't have anybody.
No, but we're talking about all these guys they're going to pick. Like, who are they going to give up? Like.
Well, they have 19 of their 21 picks in the next 3 drafts. They've got about $20 million in cap space. and they've got 6 NHL ready kids in Grand Rapids. They have an armory. They've got 3 legitimate NHL prospect goalies.
Yeah, but you have to look at it like, what do the other teams want from them?
Well,
good for them, great.
Yeah, but if he wants somebody, we'll see how it goes. I think that they're going to probably everybody is going to have to slightly overpay. The problem with overpaying is if you're Colorado or you're Vegas or you're the prime contenders, you don't have any money. It's got to be a hockey trade, basically. Money in, money out, right? Because the third party thing, that's kind of gone away, and the retention, you only have a number of retention slots, stuff like that. It used to be my favorite day of the year. Get up at like 6 a.m, turn on the NHL network with the TSN guys going at it because they're on the East Coast, right? So it's 9 a.m. and they're cooking. And for the next 6 hours, they're just cooking. This year, I think it's a wet fart.
Yeah, I've never really cared that much about the trade deadline. I just am like, well, whatever's going to happen, happens. And it's getting worse. And we've talked about this before, how I'm like, you can't, everyone's like, oh, what's his name? Panarin, he's going here and Panarin's going here. I'm like, guys, he's not going to go where you expect him to go. He went to LA. No one saw it coming. Just like it never happens the way everybody sees it. So to me, it's just an energy waste of my time to even put any effort into trying to figure this shit out or even watch it on TV. But if I'm Detroit, I don't go after Austin Matthews. Absolutely not. Detroit needs a solid Canadian power forward to pull them through. Austin Matthews isn't going to do shit there. He's not strong enough of a team guy. Detroit needs, they're a team. Detroit's a team. They've always played as a team. And I don't think Austin Matthews is that guy.
How about Brady Tkachuk to the Dallas Stars for your good friend Jakey Robinson?
Well, Robinson.
Didn't I send that to you?
Yeah.
From Yans?
Jake Robertson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Robertson.
It's turned into Jake Robinson.
Jakey Robinson.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. But
Brady Tkachuk is out at all.
100%.
1,000% out of Ottawa.
Not saying before Friday, but yeah,
out.
It's fucking done. It's done. I don't know. I don't think
Jim Nill, he's got that trader bug in him.
I wouldn't give up a Brady Tkachuk for a Jason Robertson. Brady Tkachuk is a leader, and I don't think Jason Robertson is. He's a good player, but Ottawa, if they're going to lose their leader for the last, what has he been?
Two or three. Oh, he's been there for a while.
10 years,
10
whatever.
plus years.
Yeah. You got to replace him with a guy that is a proven leader. But again, there's not a lot out there.
They're not there. So, general manager in waiting for the Vegas Golden Knights, Sarina Taylor.
I'm going to tell Kelly you said that. Look out.
Great. Thanks.
Eddie
said I'm next.
He would laugh. He would laugh, but he knows his job is threatened.
By you.
Yeah. I would tell him that.
Off the rails we go. But my question is still the same. What do you do if you're Kelly? Let me rephrase it. What do you think that the Golden Knights are going to do by the trade deadline?
I have no idea. I've never been able to predict like Kelly's brain because he's smart. He's way smarter than me. So I don't know what he's going to do. He might not do anything. He might try. Like, look at last year. He tried to get Mitch before the deadline. Couldn't make it happen. Had to wait. He tried.
Yeah.
So
and he said he tried.
Mm-hmm. So he's probably, concocting something. His brain is always working.
Well, they don't have a lot of money, but if they don't spend to the hilt, then you got to go talk to Mr. Foley.
Well, also if Captain LTIR is really.
Well, that's where we're going next. Thank you for the accidental lead in.
Oh, that poor guy.
I don't know what to make of it. I watched the hit live. I watched the replay of it 10 times. I paused it on my TV and took a screenshot of it. I know where he hit him. He hit him below the shoulder pad and above the elbow pad. Right here literally right there. But he collapsed like he was shot.
Something. Well, look at when Bedard got hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
Couldn't even see it.
but you have to. He's out tonight. They've already announced that he's day-to-day, but he did make the flight, so he's in Buffalo. But the incredible openness of the injury report, we really have no fucking idea. He could have a broken arm for all we know. But you have to be incredibly concerned. He's averaging 1.4 points a game, 60 points in 43 games, tracking it 130-something if he were to have played a whole season. He's not.
Right.
But the point is, 1.4 points a game is third or fourth in the league behind the King Kong scoring machines.
Mark Stone is the heart and soul of this hockey team.
Absolutely the engine.
Period. And so that kind of takes me back to our conversation. What does Kelly do? Well, it depends. If Carlson and Carter Hart, if guys that they have injured are officially put on LTIR, that opens up some cap space, right?
And you have to believe that they're waiting until the very last minute because they don't want to show anybody their cards.
Correct.
Right? So Wild Bill is $5.8 million. Carter Hart is $2 million. Howden is about $1.8 million.
So let's say we have about 10-ish million to work with.
Yeah, somewhere between maybe 6.5 and 9, 10.
It still begs the question of who's available.
Right.
Right? Like, even if it's not like these guys, everyone's available.
Correct.
These are just the potential, So yeah,
I mean, look at who number 50 is.
Bobrovsky. Yeah. Oh my fucking. Well, you
yeah.
never know. But Bob holds a high. How many years has he got left?
No, he's UFA. This is it.
This is it.
Yeah, 10 years. This is at $10 million.
Yeah.
But everybody's getting paid around him.
Yeah.
But he's 37.
Yeah. So he could be.
He's number 50 on the board.
Speaking of guys who know how to win, guys who are clutch, guys who can do it. That's a good. It's funny because when they signed him for that big contract, why did his name just blank me? Was the general manager
Bobby Boulin?
No. Oh, my buddy. He was a general manager for the Blackhawks.
Dale Talon.
When Dale signed him, fuck, did Dale take shit for that?
But he was terrible for the first 3 years.
Sure, but Dale's no fool. And Dale took a lot of shit, and it paid off. But, I mean, I think Khabibulin has at least 3 years left in the tank. That guy does not. He's so focused. The reason
you just called Bobrovsky.
Oh my God! Sorry, shit, son of a bitch!
I win again. I win again.
The reason
I fed her the name and she swallowed it right up.
Shit. Dale said the reason that he signed Bobrovsky is because he could see the determination and the focus and the work ethic that is unparalleled by anyone else in that dressing room. Almost said it again. Bobrovsky has it. He has it.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, yeah, like anyway, we could carry on about all these guys, but
it's nothing.
Who would I want to see come here? Oh, fuck, Binnington.
Evander Kane.
He's
Evander Kane. He brings the grit. He still can score a little bit, right? Problem is he's a terrible teammate and cancer in the locker room everywhere he's been.
I don't know if it's that. His person. He doesn't make the best choices in life.
Yeah, he's a shitbag.
But when he was in Edmonton, I mean, he worked really hard in Edmonton.
He did, and he fell in line behind McDavid.
Yeah, because you can't act a fool up there. And I said that right away. And I was not on board with them picking up Kane, but I was like, he kind of, I don't want to say he grew on me after a while, but the guy.
No, he was good there.
He was, and nobody complained about him as a person in the locker room, nothing. So I don't want to say he shed that. But, I mean, a guy like him here, he's a freight train on the ice.
Well, that's what I mean. I have said some incredibly disparaging things about him in the past.
Way
before we knew
it.
Right. I mean, I handed him the meal that he rightly deserved.
What's he making in Van, do you know? I don't even know what he makes. But let's say it's $4 million. I don't know.
Bjorn, can you go on something and look up Evander, Evander, Kane, Kane, salary? I think it's 6.
Is it that much? 4. Okay, yeah,
4.
4. So there you go.
4 with
Kelly.
with a little bit of eat from
Imagine.
Vancouver.
Let's get him and who else? See, I'm gonna.
Look at we're making progress on a segment that died a cruel death.
Kelly's gonna be out. Yeah, I don't know.
I like that fit. Third line wing,
Dude, he's a fucking grinder.
right? If anybody, listen, you got him and you got Jeremy. You got a couple of sluggers, right? Nobody talk about guys who keep the bees away from the honey. Evander Kane's got plenty of grit left in him.
We've got all these fucking people that are freaking out about Carter Hart. Wait till they get, if Evander Kane came here, those same people would be up in arms.
Oh yeah, wife beater, gambler, doesn't pay his debts, drunk.
Oh my God.
It would enhance the Golden Knights' reputation as the most hated team in the NHL.
I think it'd be fantastic. Are you almost done?
I'm getting pretty close to done.
And hurry up.
Okay. Going back to our conversation about being concerned, Buffalo, Detroit, Minnesota, Edmonton, Dallas.
That's all on the road.
No.
No. It's Minnesota and Edmonton are here.
Yeah, it's two on the road, 2 here, and then on the road to Dallas, and then they come back for Pittsburgh, Chicago, Columbus.
Right.
But these next 5 games over the next 9 days,
Ooh.
if this team doesn't get to 6 or 7, there's trouble in River City. Buffalo's in a playoff spot. Detroit's third in the whatever the fuck.
They have to beat Buffalo. Because if they lose to Buffalo, I don't think they can go in and win in Detroit. And then they come back.
Because Detroit's waiting for them.
Minnesota, yeah. Edmonton will go either way. Minnesota will probably go either way. It's just going to depend. I think they're going to win. So, okay, wait, let me rephrase that because apparently we have to count the loser point in. I'm going to say out of 10 possible points, 5 games.
They need 6, 7 or there's trouble.
I think they're going to get 4 or 5.
Below 500.
I don't see. They could get 6 points with winning a couple games and getting a loser point. They could get 8 points by winning 2 games and losing in overtime. But whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah.
This is
4 or 5 points.
In my opinion, with 20 games to go in the season, this is the most important stretch of games.
Yeah, but okay. This is what's concerning about that statement. And I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm actually agreeing with you, and I'm going to get to a point about this. You've probably said that 4 times this year, and they haven't pulled through. Right? Like, how many times have you, like, and I mean that in a good way, like, how many times have you been like, this is the most, this one's clutch, this Eastern trip, this, that. And it's like, what the fuck?
But they're running out of lives.
No,
now.
I know, but it's been the same urgency is what I'm saying. We've been talking about the same.
We've been talking about the urgency.
Yeah.
They haven't been showing the urgency.
Oh, that's part of the problem.
Another symptom for the doctor.
Yep. I go to Henderson, balls to the wall. Granted, in the AHL, especially here, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of other, rinks there, but the refs don't call a lot of shit. They don't call a lot of stuff. Banging, crashing, slashing, whatever. They let it go, and it's awesome. So it's different. They can get away with a lot more shit, so they push a lot more.
So you think 4 or 5 points?
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be. They have to win 3 of 5 to get 6, and I don't know.
Or 2 and 2 loser points.
Yeah.
If they don't win 3, they might not be in first place.
Well, they probably won't be because Edmonton's one of those teams. So if they lose to Edmonton,
that's a 4-pointer.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it depends. And then, yeah.
All right. Let's play your game.
Okay. Our version of fast money here or whatever.
Okay.
So the rapid fire today is going to be called Chirp and Compliment. So I'm going to give you a team. You get to chirp them, but then you have to compliment them. Okay.
Oh boy.
I know.
Whoa, this segment might die really fast.
No. I'm going to actually start with the Buffalo Sabres. Chirp.
Chirp the Buffalo Sabres. Enjoy not making the playoffs, even though I don't know. How do you chirp them?
You're so fucking bad. You have the best players in the league and nobody wants to play there because everyone hates Buffalo and they hate your owner. What's a compliment?
Nice jerseys.
They have a good team.
Nice jerseys.
Okay. The Dallas Stars. Chirp and then compliment.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Ooh. Wow, yeah.
Best third jersey in the history of the NHL.
Wait, but how about the compliment is also always a bridesmaid? Those guys are never shitty.
No, they're not.
Okay. Calgary.
Calgary Flames. Chirp. We're the Calgary Flames.
Everybody on your team is on this list.
Right. Chirp. What's it like to just suck?
Always.
Always. Compliment them. Great assistant equipment manager.
Fuck yeah, Ozzy.
How about that?
Okay, that's a good one. Okay. The Toronto Maple Leafs. It's going to get a little harder, maybe. There's only 3 more. Toronto and 2 more.
Best fan base in the NHL.
You're so bad, even local boys want to get the fuck out.
That's pretty good.
Compliment them.
Nice rink.
The Habs.
The Habs, Montreal Canadiens. Chirp.
I know it's pretty hard to chirp the Habs. I was actually thinking I don't like the Habs, but it's pretty hard to chirp them. They got a fucking classy organization.
Yeah, they got a classy organization from the top down. So we'll chirp them with, how does it feel to be second best in Canada?
Ooh, whoa, behind the fucking Leafs yet. Compliment.
Just an unbelievable tradition.
Just unreal.
I mean, the mood in the arena, the ambiance that, just the product that they put out at home is just, it's legendary.
It's unparalleled.
Yeah,
They
legendary.
are just...
Legendary.
Okay, I saved my favorite for last. The Colorado Avalanche. Eddie's favorite team. Chirp.
Enjoy.
Or do you want to compliment first?
No, I'll chirp first. Enjoy the President's Cup when you get knocked out in the first round.
Well, yeah, okay.
Compliment. Jared Bednard's hair.
Ooh, yeah. We all know I think he's very handsome. Another good Saskatchewan boy. He can wear a little longer. He can wear it shorter.
I'm not going to indulge you that far with this. And thanks for not putting the Red Wings on the list, because that would have been the hardest one.
Well, no, that's your team. You can't chirp your own team.
Oh, I can.
Oh, I could chirp the fuck out of mine.
Well, that's what I mean.
I can't even compliment him.
No.
And we're not putting Vegas on because we are not chirping the Golden Knights. That's not. It was more for fun. But next week,
they're the chirp themselves the way they've been playing.
Yeah.
We exhausted 15 or 20 minutes talking about what Stevie Wonder could see.
Yeah,
Right?
I know. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. So next week we'll have a lot to talk about because the time we record next week, it's another 4 games under the belt, right? Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Today, tomorrow, Friday, Sunday.
Yep.
And then Tuesday is Pittsburgh, I think.
Tuesday? No, in Dallas. They go to Dallas and then they come back.
Right. They go to Dallas for 1.
That's a bullshit chicken run. Yeah. One of the employees, one of the scouts for the Golden Knights texted me and he's like, I'm driving through Regina from Brandon. And I was like, oh, the Kelly McCrimmon fucking shuttle run.
Was it Big Jim McKenzie?
It wasn't Jim. No, it wasn't Jim. Jim doesn't do amateur scouting. Jim's a pro.
He's a pro?
Scout.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Jim lives in Nashville. He's not driving down the #1 highway in Canada in fucking February.
Got it.
Yeah. That's all.
That's it. We're at OUTBOX Media in the medical district. That's where we are. If you want to get in touch with Bjorn, the world's greatest podcast producer, contact at outboxmedia.com. If you want your podcast to look as good as ours, he's the only one in town. He's the only one that cares enough to give you the fucking product the way you want it. So I highly recommend that you do that. Bjorn's a very fabulous man, but we're going to put him on mic next week so we can get his reactions when we do stuff. He needs to be on
1,000% with a camera.
He needs to be on a mic.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Hey, Bjorn, tell us what you think about the Golden Knights power play. Go.
Next.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks to the subscribers. Keep hitting that subscribe button. We're doing good with the shorts. We're getting 15, 16, 17,000 hits a month. We might be able to get a sponsor.
Another one. I'm
Yeah.
heading over to Ageless right now.
How about that? So you want to talk about the watch party? Nah. Yeah, we should talk about the watch party.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Yeah.
the 10th.
The 10th. If you have a vagina, is the only way to get into this watch party.
Is it? I think you can bring a guest. Oh,
Yeah, but
we probably shouldn't talk about it. I don't even know.
But the woman has to get the invite, has to sign up. And
Yeah, through the Ladies of the Night.
Ladies of the Night. I said it with a straight face. Ladies of the Night group on Facebook. If you haven't been, it's a fantastic group run by our friend Stacy. 15,000 strong. Sarina and I are co-hosting a watch party on the 10th, where there will be prizes, there will be a ticket giveaway, there will be trivia, there will be shenanigans. It's quite a good time, I think. So you got to go on Facebook. You got to go to the Ladies of the Night group. If you haven't joined it. Once you get in, you'll see the promo for the watch party and stuff like that. Put yourself on the list. Get a chance to hang out with Sarina and I in real life. No strip club. Sorry, just a regular watch party.
I mean, we could turn into one.
And we might even get another Mark Chinook sighting.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's possible. Done?
I'm done.
Great. See you next week. We're done.
Deuces.